Hey Lily, guess what? It's time for episode 3! Yes, episode 3 of Thrifty Gaming Pickups! Yeah! Isn't it great? Isn't it great? You're moving all the pickups everywhere. What are you doing? And you're stepping on them. Anyways, hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario, and yes, this is episode 3 of Thrifty Gaming Pickups right here. So I'm going to be showing you all what I pick up, and in case you do not know, don't worry, this isn't a long-standing series that you have to watch every single episode of to get a story of any kind. No, this is just what I've been doing. So the way this started is I've always enjoyed thrifting, but recently I've been going to quite a few thrift shops. I kind of have my groove down, and I've been able to get a bunch of stuff that I've, enjoyed and I've been able to get good deals on. And I said, why don't I make this into a series and have it be consistent? So there's going to be some episodes that will come out sooner than others. There's going to be some episodes that will have a lot of stuff, some episodes that will have a few things. This is actually the least amount of stuff in an episode so far, but you know what, we'll just be going through what I end up picking up here. So, in short, I'll have, stories of everything, but I'm going to show the gaming stuff, and then I'll show the non-gaming stuff. And then there's my dog. Hi. Hi. My dog's right there. That's Lily. Anyways, gonna show you all what I got, run through the deals, all that fun stuff. Now let's go ahead and get through this. So first off, all these PS2 games right here. Ended up going to one shop. I was actually hanging out over at a friend's place all day today, and we're cooking up food, having a really good time. And they also live by a few thrift shops that I normally go to. Now today they're having a deal on half off of media, electronics, and books. That makes me very happy, especially with a series called Thrifty Gaming Pickups. So I decided to just hit up 2 stores, and these were the things I ended up picking up from there. So I ended up grabbing this, which was, Lego Batman, the video game on PS2. Seems to be complete, all that stuff. And this stack, each game was $1.50. Because these games normally sell for $3, $2.99 as you can see right there. If anybody's concerned about the writing with the crayon there, you can just take a little bit of, just take a Magic Clean, like Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, wipe it off, and you'll be able to clean it up. So we got Lego Batman, the video game, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I actually have this on Xbox, I believe, but I don't have it on PS2. The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and finally, Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, which I have never owned the red cover, and I thought this is really dope. I thought this is really, really cool. So I'm happy I did pick that one up. I think this is the only one, though, that is not complete. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the manual, but everything else does. So, especially from this right here, it seems like these came from the same person who really liked Lord of the Rings and PS2. So I'm happy I got those by there. And there were a few other PS2 games, so I'm going to explain that in a bit. I grabbed some PS3 games as well. Each of these normally sell for $5. Picked them up for $2.50 each. So, De Blob 2. I've never played the first or second one, but figured I'd pick it up. And Angry Birds Trilogy. For $2.50, I figured I'd pick it up. It's easy enough. It has, I think, well, obviously from Trilogy, it has 3 games in there. Each of those games is worth $1 to me. I paid $2.50 for it. Totally worth it to me. This was not at a thrift shop, but you're seeing it right here. Because of all the Steam sales, they end up selling the Steam Link for $15. Now, in case you do not know, this is essentially a little tiny streaming box. I haven't even opened it. I didn't get this from a thrift shop. I got this from Amazon. But I picked this up for $15. You can also get it on Steam, and it is a streaming box where you hook it up to your TV, and then you have to hook it up to your Steam account on a computer on your local network, and you'll be able to play on a TV, ideally. I've been wanting one of these for a while, but I've held off because even though they're very cheap at $50, the thing that really, the drawback for me is now because 4K gaming is pretty easy to obtain, this does not support 4K, unfortunately. However, my speculation is they're making this, because this is cheaper than the controller. The controller's on sale for $35, this right here is $15. My speculation is sometime this year we're probably going to see a Steam Link 2 with 4K support. So I figured, you know what, for $15, this is totally worth it. I can game in 1080p, no issue. And then whenever the 4K Steam Link comes out, probably for $50 to replace this one, I'll pick that up. I'll use that to replace this, because this is only, $15, it doesn't bug me. But I'll hook my, the 4K one out in the living room here to my 4K TV, and I can hook this one up or just have it as a backup, but mainly hook it up in my bedroom where I have a 1080p limited TV. So That's the plan for that. Haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited. For only 15 bucks, I picked that up. So far, you know, got each of these games for $1.50 a piece. Got these for $2.50 a piece. This other game I ended up getting right here. This one, normally I don't buy sports games, but I actually had this as a kid, and I was like, you know what? Just for this sheer stupidity here, I kind of want to pick this up. This was $1.25, but WWF Smackdown, Just Bring It, with The Rock. Just look at The Rock right there, man. That is The Rock. I also have one more game I'm going to grab real quick. I got it earlier this week, but I didn't make a video because it was only one game, and I knew I was going to go shopping this weekend. The other game I got, which I just had to grab from my office, is the next Tetris on PlayStation. I actually never ever played this, and I paid a whopping $2 for it, as you can see. I stopped at a thrift shop at one point this week, saw this on the shelf with the rest of the CDs, decided to grab it because, hey, you know what, it's Tetris, $2, PlayStation, decided to pick it up. Now, we'll also go ahead and get into the rest of the pickups I got, with my dog licking herself right there. And then I'll tell you about the consoles I was speaking on. But these ones right here, so I ended up picking up a few things. So everywhere I go, like almost every thrift shop I go, I see Seasons of The Office, and I love this show. I've only seen it one time through the US version of The Office, and I kind of said, because actually one night I was going to pick it up, but fun fact, I looked it up. I wanted to get just like a full Blu-ray series of it. But the first 5 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons, I believe, were only shot in standard def, and there's no high-def versions available, so you can only pick them up on DVD. So you can only start picking them up on Blu-ray at season 5 or 6. So I said, you know what? I see these so often in thrift shops, I'm going to start picking them up. And they were cheap enough, so I ended up paying, I want to say, about $2.50 for each one of these right here. I got The Office Season 1, The Office Season 2, The Office Season 6, and the first season of the BBC version of The Office, which I've never seen, and this one's actually still sealed. I was actually talking about this when I was looking at these DVDs, and there was a guy there, just a random guy I didn't even know, and he just kind of like throws this towards me. He's like, oh, there's this one too if you want it, it's sealed and everything. And I'm like, damn, thanks, dude. But yeah, I've decided I'm going to try and get the entire series of The Office, but only at thrift shops. Unless it's like the Blu-ray copies or something. But when it comes to DVDs, I'm only picking them up at thrift shops. And I'm pretty confident I'll be able to complete the series here. I don't know how soon, but I should be able to get all of them. Because I've seen almost every season of the US version of The Office in a thrift shop somewhere. So yeah, no, got all these for 4 seasons of The Office for about $10. Totally worth it to me. Also got this right here. Decided to pick this up. This is a Apple keyboard, not in the best condition. Of course, it was in a thrift shop. It's used, and this was also only $2.50. That was it. I do like how it feels. I like how it looks as well too. And I also decided to I need it cleaned up as well. Obviously, it's not clean yet. But here's the thing. It's a nice keyboard. I need just a spare keyboard like this for random tasks and such. And I decided, you know, to get this because if I keep it and I like it, it's a nice keyboard. But also, so silly thing, you know, I've actually never ever cleaned a keyboard. I know I need to take it apart, clean everything individually, all that stuff. So that's the other thing. And I talked with my buddy Sean about this. I went shopping with him today, and he's like, yeah, I cleaned the keyboard once, I ended up breaking it. And I'm like, exactly, here's the thing. If I clean this keyboard and I break nothing, I get a keyboard that I like for $2.50. If I clean this keyboard and I break anything on it, I only paid $2.50 for it. So there we go. I'll kind of practice cleaning a keyboard with this right here. But anyways, we got that. And then I also got this. Completely random, and this is actually not at a thrift shop again, but it is a coffee dripper. So brand new inbox, never ever been used. I decided to pick this up right here. And funny thing, we actually ended up going to a garage sale for one of my friends. He was needing to do this with his dogs. But I ended up getting this, and I got Lily something. I got Lily right there, this backpack. I decided to get this because it's a good backpack, but also I read, so she's a little bit dominant is the problem. She's kind of dominant with other dogs. And I found out one thing to do is to give the dog a job. So we go on walks, she carries the backpack. It tires her out, it gives her something to do, it gives her a job. This with the dripper were only $20. So once she's off bed rest, because right now she can only chill with me, she can't play or anything because she's getting over heartworm sickness, we're going to be using this. But, you know, I figure for $20, this would be worth it right here. And finally, I want to talk about the console story. So I did not pick these up, but it was funny because one of my friends, I actually would have picked these up. He found 2 games. He found SSX3 and SSX Tricky on PlayStation 2. And I'll use this PS2 to kind of demonstrate it. So what happened was my buddy Sean was there, and he's like, hey, Danny, how many PS2s do you have? And I asked why. He's like, how much would you sell one for? And then it was funny because I have enough PS2s at this point where, this is one of them, for example. I have enough PS2s where I could sell one, but I was like, well, wait a minute. No, dude, buy the one here. I knew there was one there, and I didn't pick it up because I can't justify another one. But they asked why. I was like, there's one right here. It's $40, half off today. You can get a PS2 for $20. Pick it up. And my friend decided to get those 2 games. Again, kind of disappointing for me because I would have picked them up. But I wanted to send him home happy, you know? So he said, hey, I saw him first. I was like, totally fine, dude. Totally fine. But he got a slim PS2 with, I think, 1 controller, all the hookups, and a memory card for $20. And then got a few games with it as well, too. Another friend of mine, he actually decided to grab one of these things. Now, this is just one for, you know, my reference, one of them out of my collection. But we found a PS1 right there. The PS1 was $35, half off. You know, that's going to be about $17.50 or so. So what ended up happening was, funny enough, he picked it up, and we went outside, we all compared how much we spent. And he's like, oh, I spent like 40-something. And we're all sitting there like, wait, what? How? He's like, oh, I don't know. And we looked at the receipt, and then I actually took him back in there and got the refund. Because I looked at it, I was like, oh, I see what happened. That was supposed to be half off, and you paid full price. And we kind of laughed about it, but we went back inside, showed him the receipt. We're like, hey, we were here like 3 minutes ago. We paid full price for this item, and today's half off on electronics, and that should have been half off. They gave us the refund in cash. It was all good. But in short, helped my friends get a PS1 and a PS2 for pretty cheap. So I was pretty happy with that. I didn't need any more in my collection, so I was more than happy to, you know, scout out those deals for them, which was great. But yeah, no, aside from that, we are good on here. So even another thing with the future of this series, because of talking about this, you know, I already showed the Steam link I got. Kind of want to throw it in because it was a good deal. And I got these right here because I did this along with my thrift shopping. But a friend of mine, you know, he was saying that, you know, us hanging out on the weekend and such, you know, not only going to thrift shops if we decide to do that, but we could also start hitting up some garage sales too. So you might see some garage sale deals in here as well. We'll see what happens. But anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone. It's very much appreciated if you can like this video if you did enjoy it. If you did not like it, you can dislike it as well too. But you're going to make this dog very sad. And this dog has heartworms, and she's recovering from it. Alright, signing off for real this time. Later, everyone.